Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another edition of Talk That Tech. The
Number one tech morning show in the world. Good morning.
Yes, we are in the building. We're back at it again, and we're having a great one, y'all. We're having a great one, y'all. Excuse the technical difficulties, but we're here. We just wanted to make sure we got a chance to share um, that. Listen, y'all, we got something new and exciting to share with you regarding one of the segments. We'll talk about it once we get there. We got a lot to go into, but let's start off by asking how the weekend was, bro. How was your weekend, man?
It was good. It was good. The weekend here was a little dreary. A lot of rain going on. Um, Starting Friday, going into Saturday. If you know me, you know I do not like getting out in the rain. It's just not my thing. I'd rather be at the house chilling. So that's kind of what I was doing for the most part. But I did Saturday. I did have to go to a celebration for one of my aunts, and so I went to that, had a good time, saw a lot of family, and then Sunday went to church, and um, I got to watch one football game. It was kind of trash. It was, Cowboys. They didn't do too. Y'all know. Y'all already know. Y'all saw it. They didn't do too good, man. So I checked them out. Also, this weekend, I did watch a little of the World Series as well. Um, Big baseball fan, especially now that they have started getting on YouTube. And so now they have the top clips that's normally like 15, 20 minutes long. So I love that. It's like I feel like I got the whole game in
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes. So yeah, that was pretty much it on my weekend. But how about yours though?
Yeah, no, my weekend was pretty decent. It was more or less just more work stuff, just getting stuff set up for church. It's my first time ever playing drums there too, which is um interesting because it's my first time ever playing drums. It was a
Oh,
necessity
snap.
'cause, yeah, somebody couldn't make it, so I was like, you know what, I gotta fill in where I can fill in. So
Yeah.
no pun intended. But yeah, no. Besides that, it was a good weekend. Our niece had her birthday, so they went out to celebrate her birthday yesterday, or just they kind of went in because they went to my aunt's house, their aunt's house. My sister-in-law and had the birthday there, so. But it was good. It was a good time, and definitely enjoyed it. And glad that we are back with a brand new show, y'all. If you have not, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I'm going to just drop the link now because just to remind y'all, if y'all want to call in, this is a call in show. So you can be able to share your thoughts and join us in that as well. And go ahead if you have not already. And you could jump in on any of the conversations that we're going to have. So we're going to dive into a few different topics today. One being about what tech titans are doing in regards to kind of coming together to get an initiative off the ground. We're also going to be talking about, as you saw in the thumbnail, regarding Amazon and what they're doing that is probably going to change the shopping game and make you a little bit more at ease, or at least support you in your shopping journey. And then we might talk about other topics as well, but we'll start there. And with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to you, Trey.
Yes, indeed. So, yes, y'all already know when we come to you, we come correct. We got a good one today. Number one, first thing we're talking about today, tech titans, they're joining forces in a $40 billion deal to power the AI, right? They're powering AI. And so they gotta pull some money together, $40 billion of it. So a group of major tech and finance players, we're talking BlackRock, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Elon Musk XAI, they're all coming together and they're buying aligned data centers for $40 billion. There's that word again, data centers. Okay. And this is going to be the largest data center deal in history to date, because you already know we're moving in this area. Everything is looking at data centers. So who knows what's coming? Mega gigafactory data centers are probably coming at some point. But for right now, this is the biggest one. So the move is basically it's showing how critical physical infrastructure has become as artificial intelligence is growing and is getting has more demand and is getting more competitive. This is we're going to see more of this, and I don't know. I think some other stuff is going to be happening too behind the scenes, because a lot of people aren't looking at how much water these data centers consume and how much it's taking from the local residents. So I just did a video that's going to be dropping sometime this week on that piece of it as well, because that's a big part. You got people mad. You're coming in, you're doing all this building of the data centers, it's bringing in jobs, but some people are still mad, as always. But anyways, what's the deal about this right here? So they announced it actually a couple of weeks ago on October 15th, and the purchase is being made through the Artificial Intelligence Infrastructure Partnership, aka AIP. Yeah, you know me. All right. And it's a fund that was launched in 2024. They've been thinking about this. We behind. They've been thinking about it. But there's a fund launched in 2024 to build the backbone of AI computing. Now, this is going to be AIP's first major investment, and they plan to grow to $100 billion in total capital at some point. So, they're getting a lot of big money people involved to build that money up. But this $40 billion price tag is more than 2 times larger than the last record data center sale. So they starting off big. All right, they hitting home runs already. So the deal should close in early 2026, and that's going to be pending any U.S. regulatory approvals. Now, again, I told y'all who some of the people were involved. To go a little more in detail as far as this AIP consortium. All right, we got BlackRock, okay, and this is through Global Infrastructure Partners. And then we have Microsoft, like I said, NVIDIA, xAI, which is Elon Musk's AI startup. And then you have the new players that I didn't say. You have MGX, which is Abu Dhabi's AI fund. You got Kuwait Investment Authority. And then you have Temasek, which is Singapore. And then you have other tech partners like Cisco, GE Vernova, and Next Era Energy. So Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, he said this investment is just about keeping the U.S. ahead in the global AI leadership, not just chasing hype. So they're making strategic moves based off of numbers, data, and they want to stay ahead of the game. So yeah, interesting fact here, right? So based in Dallas, Texas, Aligned runs 50 data campuses across America, and in Chicago, Phoenix, all the way to Brazil and Chile. The facilities provide over 5 gigawatts of power capacity. So basically enough to supply 3.5 to 5 million homes. Yeah, so they putting out a lot of power. But yeah, y'all, this is a big deal, and one of the other reasons why it really matters here. This is going to tackle one of the biggest problems that we're seeing today when it comes to AI, which again is the shortage of power and data center space. So you got to train these huge, massive AI models. ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok. They have to be powered. And these AI data centers use 10 times more power than the regular data centers that we are used to seeing. So, Jensen Huang, NVIDIA CEO, he says it's going to be about a $2 to $4 trillion that could be spent globally when it comes to building AI infrastructure by the end of this decade. So they're doing numbers and they focused on it. We gotta figure out some kind of way to be in the mix. That's for sure. So yeah, man, but that's what we're talking about here. As far as this deal, it's going to end a record year for it when it comes to data centers in general, and them taking over, which at this point is totaling up to $73 billion in 2024. Obviously, this deal alone is 40. So Yeah, it's going to get crazy as we move forward here. So that's what we're looking at. Data centers, not like just chips by itself, not just algorithms. When it comes to data centers, there is a real land piece, aka concrete, slabs, all this stuff, and they're putting it together, man.
Yeah, no, this is big, and I'm the resident data center guy, so this is definitely a story I found. But what the reason why I thought this was so important, and y'all let us know in the comment section, because there are so we always talk about AI taking, people always talk about AI taking jobs, right? People are always talking about AI replacing this and replacing that, which is true. I was just talking to somebody the other day, actually yesterday, who works at a news station, and he was saying, like, yeah, they don't have anybody that mans the cameras for them. It's like 3 cameras and they're all robots, and they're trained to go at different locations at different segments at different times of the show. So we'll roll over there, get in position, shoot, roll there. So I was like, man, what happened to those people that had those jobs? Because innovation is happening.
Had to move
Well,
around.
yeah, they got to move around, and then you find out that people that, let's say, they had they worked somewhere else doing network. What's that word? The cabling, right?
Oh yeah,
There's
yeah,
plenty.
networking.
Yeah, networking. They're gonna be very busy in the next decade, or and some, if they get themselves in this space. There's other industries that we didn't talk about, renewable energy. So even though there's not a lot, like, it's going to take a lot to power these, but if the infrastructure is built with solar panels on the roof, right, or whatever the case may be, if there's wind turbines or they're near water, and that actually is producing water, like water turbines that are helping to power these plants, that is other areas where people can get themselves not only in physically and do the work, but they could invest in, if we know this information in advance. And so I'm really kind of like 10 toes down, because if we think about it, if a lot of times we look at the big flashy names when it comes to companies, and the ones that are in the front of the line when it comes to on the news articles. But if we peel the onion back and find out, okay, who are the companies that these companies are going to, and we see are buying aligned data centers, right? If we could pull that onion back, then that could put us in a really good position to really take advantage of that. And so the fact that they plan to grow to 100 billion in total capital, they really put out a $40 billion price tag, and the expectation is that in one to 2 trillion, I think we said, was that, a 1 to 4 trillion? That is not money. 2 to 4 trillion, excuse me. That's not money to scoff at. When the CEO of Nvidia predicts that that could be spent globally by the end of the decade. And at the end of the decade, we're in 2025. That's 5 years. So that's just 5 years. What is going to look like in 15, 25, and beyond? And so they're even talking about, and I think we talked about this before, about the bringing back of nuclear power plants, and how, and that's another place. Now, the ethical part of it is, okay, you're doing all of this, but at what cost to the environment? At what cost to the people that live in by? We talked about the story about Memphis, right? Where I'll just say Elon Musk company is they're putting out. They have a data center there, and it's affecting the community, it's actually providing pollution in the area that's traditionally uh, an African American community, right? So the more we know, the more we can actually have these conversations, not just only invest in it, but also have a say about, okay, hey, listen, why are you guys over here? You guys could do something over there, which is more remote, away from civilization, and have a say in it, right? I think it's just something that we definitely need to keep for front and foremost, because we're like Trey, like you said, we're a little bit behind in this conversation, and I think that the more we talk about it, the more we could be ahead, or at least at pace, with the knowledge. So that's why we have this show. The show is to bring knowledge that sometimes may not be in the forefront of people's minds, so that way they can make more informed decisions and things of that nature. But I'm gonna pause there, y'all. If y'all have any sort of thoughts, comments, or concerns about this topic, definitely let us know. Go ahead, click here to call into the show. We definitely want to hear this from you. But and I'm passing back to you, Trey. Any thoughts after going through that?
I mean, real quick, when you mention like sometimes you have to peel back the onion, it just made me think of um, that the stock TSMC, like the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing company, that like for me, that's like a definition of, man, if you really peel it back, then you can really get in to a good spot if you're looking to maybe invest or if you're looking to do things like that, right? When you think of, oh, okay, I know chips are a big deal right now, right? You look at chips and then maybe all you see is NVIDIA and you don't realize, oh, if you peel back a little bit deeper, there's a big giant that is still like you're able to get into at a good, a good deal, good price, or maybe you can do a little research and maybe you live in Taiwan and you want to, go and work there or something. Like being able to peel back the onion and seeing how what some of those baseline things are that you can kind of jump into or see about is a big deal when you're looking at getting into things a little earlier or all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it just reminded me of that, right? Like everybody is getting their stuff from um, Taiwan Semiconductor when normally you just see the headline companies, right? NVIDIA and the likes. So yeah, just digging deep and realizing what's really going on. Like, who knows? Maybe anyway. Yeah.
Well, listen, there's a couple other things I was thinking about as you're talking, because the whole story is about this consortium coming together, this group, right? And I was reading through it, and it says this whole focus and shift is not just for the tech space. This is actually letting infrastructure investors get in. So there's a lot of people that can have their play in this, and kind of want to go back to like the smaller jobs, the smaller roles, right? We talk about tech here, but there's going to be need for HVAC guys. They actually said that they probably could order bulk order equipment like cooling systems and transformers, helping stabilize the supply chain. So if you think about who is supplying HVAC systems on a commercial level like that, and who already may have a deal already with this group that says, yeah, for every AI data center that is provided, we're providing you the same or similar setup. We kind of talked about channel sales, so this kind of like made my mind think like, man, like if there's somebody who's on that level in regards to providing certain things for them, they
man.
Set for like the next
man.
20, 25 years. Their grandkids could be set.
Hey, it's some stuff here in Texas. Trust me, I'm trying to get in some of these rooms as we speak. You hear me?
So this is down the block from you. So
let me get a little piece of that.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm just reading this and just seeing opportunity, and a part of me is kind of like saying, you know what, I wanted to bring this story because again, we talk about, or people in general are talking about how much jobs are being lost to AI. Let's talk about how many opportunities are there on an investment front, on actually doing the job. Like, and this is one of those times when just knowing the right people is what you need to actually make that happen. So yeah, there's a lot that's going to go into this for sure. And time will tell. Listen, y'all, the link has been dropped. So if there's anything you want to add to the conversation, you definitely can do so. We have a lot to talk about today in general, but wanted to make sure that we drop that so that you guys are aware of it. And please put in the comment section as well. If you comment, you will be highlighted at the end as one of our guests for the show. And we definitely want to appreciate you for that as well. So with that being said, though, we do have a segment of the show that is now being changed. It's still the Tech Wire, y'all, still the Tech Wire, but Black Tech Global has moved and is relocated to a new website and a brand new branding called Secure the Bag. And I'm just going to share this with you so you guys can check it out for yourself at a later time when it's deemed well for you. But I think this is pretty cool. Again, it's a little bit of an upgrade for the website, but something that I think that everybody can benefit from. So Secure the Badge is now the new website for Black Tech Global. Again, if you want to go and see about upcoming events that we have that are probably going to be in your neck of the woods, you're going to go to securethebadge.com. So this is the website right here. And similar to the last one, it lists out events, but they have over 100 and so events that are listed here. So as you can see, I'm not gonna go through all of them, but you have InfoSec World that's coming up the 27th, which is today, to the 29th in Florida. It gives you a list of prices. You click the website and actually purchase tickets and go there. And it lets you know it's free and lets you know what's going on in general. And there's a lot of different events, one in Houston, Texas, one in Atlanta, Georgia here, and there's a few other things too. And then also what it's going to do is it's going to provide a community where you're going to be able to find out about either free events, mixers, things of that nature, or just get exclusive information that can allow you to basically expand your reach, where you're going to be, and be a part of it. Even Channel Vision Expo's on here. So we talked about channel sales in the past. That's happening November 3rd to the 5th. So it's all on this website. There's so many different events that are coming down the pipeline. And so you definitely want to check that out for yourself, even some events happening next year. So that's the website there for you. We're going to also share a little bit more about the community that they're forming, because this is in partnership with Big Stage Energy. So this is going to be something that will keep you posted about in regards to upcoming, not only upcoming events, but opportunities. And I think that's going to be another segment too. We'll just call it Secure the Badge, or something where we just really kind of talk about opportunities that you want to keep on the lookout for. So that was this episode of the Tech Wire. You want to find out more, go to Secure the Badge, your ultimate guide for upcoming tech events. Explore more at securethebadge.com. And I see we got Tech Coach Ralph in the building. Morning, sir.
What up? What up?
Good to see you in the building. Good to see you, man. I think that you would definitely appreciate that website as well, because there's a little bit more stuff in there too that I think will be awesome. But glad that you were there. We're talking about data centers again because one of the largest deal thus far, $40 billion in regards to investment efforts by the largest names, has been announced a couple of weeks ago, and we wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of that, because it is definitely something that, and maybe have thoughts too about how we could get more involved with that. But yeah, I think and that's something we could probably talk about. Like, how can we get more involved?
Man,
Who do we need to talk to? Like,
it's
what events do we need to attend? Like, that
it's,
might be something that I
it's
can
what
figure
you
out.
said, man. It's what you said. It's who you know. So now, you know, sometimes you don't realize who you already know until you sit down and really like think about it. Like, not just who you talk to on the regular. Scroll back through that contact list that you got in your phone and really see like, what do they do? What do they do again? What do they hit them up? Prime example. Remember I told you I'm trying to work on squeezing in some kind of way. Well, I forgot. I have a buddy of mine, a white gentleman that I hadn't talked to in a while, but I thought about him. I was like, oh snap! Wait a minute. He's been doing pre-wiring in homes for like over 20 years.
Mm.
He has connections so much to the fact that he doesn't promote his business like at all. He only works with certain home builders because they build that many homes. And then you can see my mom was like, well, wait a minute. I can just talk to him and then I can talk to who he knows and then eventually you're at, well, talking with him, you're at the big boy table already. But all I'm saying is he knows people who, oh, this is what they do is they build homes. And then obviously they know people who, no, this is what I do. I build multifamily. And obviously they know, you know what I mean? So anyways, I hit him up right off the bat. Yeah, I know two people that just hit me up that said they need such and such, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, one of them is a home builder who needs to be online, needs to, not for new people. Here's the thing. Not for, like, this is how much money these people are making. Not so that they can make money from people who need to see their business. No, this is for people who are referring business so that they have somewhere for them to go. Like, this is, some of the things that we've done, but not for like, a random person like me. Oh, I haven't heard of this business before. Let me go and check them out. Let me talk to them. They only want it for the referrals that come in so that they have somewhere for them to look. But nonetheless, and so I'll be talking with them. But and then the other one was a pool maker, that had a pool business. But nonetheless, all I'm saying is you never know who you already have in your phone who might be in these different lanes that you can just tap into, that if you've been good to them in the past, it's
Yeah.
nothing for them to say, hey, yeah, I do. Let me hit them up for you. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, hey, here's what they've already told me. Here's what you need to just talk about. And
Yeah.
they're willing to pay big money. So that's like some of the things that we could do, Joseph. Go through that list and really sit down and think, who do I know? Not just who, because sometimes when you think about who you don't think about everyone.
Yeah. Think
So
about
that's one
some
thing for
people.
sure. And then you have these other, listen, tech is not the only people who are meeting.
No.
There are, real estate meetings that, oh, we only do commercial real estate. And they're meeting every month or bi-monthly or, quarterly as well. Getting into those rooms, talking about, hey, listen, what have you heard about data centers? Are you working on anything in data? Like,
Yeah.
really getting into those rooms and then just talking about the thing that they're interested in. And you never know what you figure out. Actually, yeah, I was able to get in on this new this new deal here, right? With
Yeah.
Elon Musk now. Really? What
Tell
does
me
that look
more.
like? What does that look like?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Tech Coach Ralph got a really good point about checking out the local chamber of commerce for your city too,
that
because they
is
be
true.
meeting, they be
Yeah,
meeting, and I
yeah.
think anybody can go to those.
You can. Anybody can. Now you do. Some of them you do have to pay.
Yeah.
Which, depending on if you're not just willy nilly with it, it's worth it, right? If you really like, hey, I'm serious about learning what I need to learn, or getting in front of the right people. That little $60 or whatever it is worth it,
Yep.
because you're going to be in there with people who maybe making some moves. Now you want to be in the right one, or maybe if you're like me, I live in what you call a metroplex. So, I can go to uh, Fort Worth Chamber of Commerce, Black Fort Worth Chamber of Commerce, Arlington Chamber of Commerce, Black Arlington Chamber of Commerce. I've been to it,
Got it.
and yeah, so it's huge. So, and that's just two cities, right? But there's 15. So, yeah, man, it's a great one, Ralph. You definitely can go to your local chamber of commerce. They have these mixers as well, where, oh, we're eating brunch and, talking about business. So,
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. No, and I think that maybe that's something that we could definitely talk about in another segment, just like almost how to maybe even bring somebody on. I
yeah.
think that does that for like a connector like that. Clarence Avon of their industry. But yeah,
Hmm.
no, that's definitely something that we could definitely dive in and talk about more, y'all, for sure. But as always, we want to make sure we get to that thing that draw you in there from the thumbnail, and that's about Amazon. Amazon is always looking to innovate, right, and be a part of what's going on with shopping and the shopping world. Who does not have Amazon Prime at this point? I don't know. But right now we're going to dive into this story about Amazon and how they are helping people avoid shoppers fatigue by this AI tool that they launched. So basically, as we know, Amazon has over 600, well, we probably didn't know this, 600 million products, and many shoppers get stuck comparing items without buying anything. I'm a big reviewer, so I hit the reviews. If it's good, all right, let's roll. But other people are having issues with that. They said, "Help me decide" was actually a feature that was created to fix that. It's an AI shopping assistant that steps in when it senses hesitation. So if you're shopping, you're like, I'm going back and forth, it's gonna figure that out and be like, listen, here I am. How can I help you? So it appears automatically if you keep browsing similar products without buying. It studies your searches, clicks, purchase history, and preferences to recommend the single best match. And each recommendation actually includes a short explanation of why it fits your needs. So if y'all see it and you're like, what is this? We're giving you a heads up. You'll also see two more suggestions, which is upgrade pick for a higher end version. So they're trying to upsell you right there. And budget option, which basically finds a cheaper alternative. So you have both extremes there. At the top of the product pages or in the keep shopping for section on Amazon pages where you'll find it. And so let me give you an example of how it will kind of work. So if you've been looking at camping tents and after buying kids hiking boots are searching for cold weather gear, it kind of gets an idea. Okay, you're going on a trip. The AI might recommend a 4-person all seasonal family tent and the perfect match for your activity partner pattern. Also, it runs on Amazon's in-house AI system, which is powered by their Amazon Bedrock, Amazon OpenSearch, and Amazon SageMaker, which is a generative AI service, a search and analytics, and also machine learning platform. And so these tools allow it to understand the shopper's intent, which is you, scan reviews, and explain the reasoning in plain language. So it's really going to change the way we shop, y'all, because if you think about it, there's people that will actually buy people to shop on their behalf. Now they just go to Amazon and they have that shopper's assistant there. Help me decide also saves you time by giving a personalized product picks so you can buy with confidence, says the Amazon VP, Daniel Lloyd. So who can use it? Basically, it's right now for US shoppers only. It's basically available to millions of them on Amazon app, on iOS and Android, and also on the mobile browsers. So there's a wide rollout that's planned after the initial testing. So again, just giving you a heads up that it's coming down the line. And I see a comment, Techo drop, but I get to it. But part of it, bigger AI shopping push that we're going to see across the board, because Help Me Decide actually joins Amazon's growing AI lineup, which includes Rufus, that was released in 2024. Basically, a conversational AI that answers product questions and compares items in real time. And then Interest, which gives you alerts about new products, as well as shopping guides and Amazon Lens Live. And so, why does this matter? You say? AI driven recommendations already power 35% of Amazon's total sales. I'm gonna say that again. AI driven recommendations power 35%, a little over 1/3 of Amazon's total sales. That's crazy. That's not a small percentage right there. And so personalized AI boosts conversion rates by up to 30%. So not only are they not only when you get on there, there's a 1 out of 3 chance that you're going to actually buy based off of the recommendation. And so Amazon's current rate of 6.8% nearly doubles the average retail, which is like 2.4%. And so earlier AI assistant Rufus was estimated to add $700 million in profit through increased purchases. So competitors are trying to do the same thing. Walmart now integrates with ChatGPT for direct shopping in ChatGPT. Google adds AI to try on product comparison tools, and 1 in 3 US shoppers already use AI to help them buy, according to Adobe. So, all that to say is that 70% of shoppers are open for AI recommendations, and we're going to see an increase in regards to adoption. And basically, it's going to get pretty crazy. The US AI shopping assistant market is projected to grow from 1 billion, which was in 2024, to about 7.5 billion in 2033. Again, how can we get involved with that? Who knows? But that is the big picture of it. It's going to be pretty interesting. I'm gonna pause here. I'm gonna go to your thoughts, Trey, and then I'm gonna go to the comment section because Tech Ralph is chatting up in there.
Yeah, man. No, this is it's one of those things where they know what the audience needs, and so they're looking at all the data, right? But also, we've seen this happen in other areas where you take a offer or something that was normally or exclusive to the wealthy, right? When you talked about personal shopping, right, and you have someone who comes in and literally, oh, hey, I bought these 12 outfits for you to come, and I come to your house and you go ahead and try them on. What do you like? You keep it, and then we good. Here's my fee. Well, they figured out a way how to do it digitally. And obviously we've had little iterations of that over the years where, you might have a glasses company, right? I have a lot of glasses. They have a glasses company. Hey, try all these, send back the ones you don't want. Right. And so this is just their iteration on that side of it. Right. And the craziest part is it's AI. So I know that there's probably people who are, oh, well, what about my data and all this stuff? Newsflash, they got it already.
Yeah.
They've been had it. How do you think you buying what you buying right now? You think this stuff is just showing up? No, they know what you like. They know what you want, and they putting it in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So it, I know for a fact they are probably using AI on the back end to really figure out what you like, and that's how it's going to suggest. Now, the bigger money is if it's free to you, you are the product. So they're selling the information to the companies, I'm sure, or and by that I mean through ads, right? So like, hey, if you want to get your product in front of such and in front of this amount of people, run these ads or pay this money. And so I wouldn't be surprised if companies are able to pay money to, get in front of, or, not jump the line, but be at the top. We'll see what that looks like. But I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to go to Tech Coach Ralph real quickly. Because he mentioned how to buy more stuff that you don't need.
That is a fact. That's a fact.
Well, if we stop right here, the whole goal of the AI system is to buy stuff that should be what you need, that you didn't even know that you're looking for based off of your patterns.
Well, yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're right. Do we
then
need
they
it?
gonna sneak in. Well, you got to sneak in the upsell though. Like, hey, you bought this, but you could use some more toilet paper as well.
Hey.
Do I? You're right. You're right.
I ran out.
Only got one roll left. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead and throw that in there. By the way. And then it's just going, next thing you know, the cart is full. The cart is full. But again, it's one of those things like you make the most money when you can help the most people. And so if this can prove to help more people, they're going to make a lot of money with this. Yeah. Or you might have some people who, I mean, myself, I need to try it, but I probably will still use my old route of, hey, I'm going to go through the reviews and then I know which, I'm going to make a decision off the reviews. Because personally, I know too, sometimes people put in bad reviews, but really it's their personal stuff. Like, that's not my too many steps to put it together. Like, what that got to do with the product or me? Just because you don't know how to put it together.
Oh man,
you didn't read the directions. You want to put 2 stars. Like, stop it. What is the product? I hate when people do that, man. I hate when they do that. This was the instructions weren't detailed enough. Like, okay, maybe I can get with that one, but they only put in, like, stop, man. Give me a real review. So that's what I look for. So sometimes I buy stuff when it might be on the 3.5 stars, but I'm looking at the reviews and I'm like, man, these ain't reviews. And then I find those few that are real reviews. I'm like, I'm buying it. And sure enough, it hit. So
I was laughing when you said that. Made me laugh, and I'm gonna definitely go in the rest of the comments here.
Yeah.
That made me laugh because I was watching a review for something I wanted to buy for my wife, and it's like a cloak or something like that. And this person in the picture, I guess I could talk about it, but they were like, "Oh, this thing is too small," and I'm like, "No, you too big." I was just like, nah. Sometimes we gotta just look in the mirror and be like, you know what?
You see what I'm saying, bro?
It probably ain't for me.
It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that, bro, that makes me so mad. Like, bro, what that got to do with the product? You bought it too small.
Yeah.
By the way, newsflash: just because they make it in your size does not necessarily mean you need to buy it.
The size runs small. Listen, I had a little chuckle about that yesterday.
Now, I do like those though. When they let you know the size runs smaller or larger, like, I do like that. Yeah. True to size, I like that. I appreciate you. But it's still, even at that, it still should be based on the product.
Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely agree. So that's something that we definitely are in agreement with. I just found it hilarious. Tickles Ralph says, were any of you or your companies affected by? Oh yeah. It was weird though, because we got affected by like towards the end of the day.
Yeah.
East Coast hours. People were like, I'm locked out of this, I'm locked out of that. Like, this is we were like, I was like, I'm out. My day is done. Peace. But it's like everybody else, they were like, who are not on the East Coast, were like, locked out of everything. It lasted 3 days. Somebody on LinkedIn said, somebody on LinkedIn said, at least it could get better from here. But truth be told, it didn't for some people. It was just kind of
Yeah,
like, oh, now we realize how much stuff got messed up.
yeah,
Which is something
yeah.
actually I wanted to open up the show with that, but I forgot to put in the show notes. So I'm glad you brought that up. But did you get
Mm,
affected by that, Trey?
barely. I was like you. It like barely hit me. But my wife, she's a school teacher, and they yeah, they couldn't work.
Oh, sweet. So it was like the day off for the kids?
Something like that, yeah. So I think they maybe had movies or something. She won because she just used her Wi-Fi, like her hotspot from her phone,
Yeah.
and so she had teachers coming in like, "How in the world are y'all?" You know, all that kind of stuff. But
Kids must be tight. They must be mad. Hey, like,
no,
man.
looking through the window like Annie, ah, ah,
They're like, we got work still. She's like, no, y'all gotta learn today.
yeah,
You gotta learn today.
yeah, man.
Oh, man. Jacob Rouse said, does Amazon accept Snap? Sales might dramatically increase next week. Listen, they actually do. I looked it up. It says they shop with Snap EBT card on Amazon.com, including free access to Amazon Fresh and Prime pantries. They're making sure that they're getting that coin. So they're not playing. And they got other programs too, the temporary assistance for needy
I would,
families.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, so
That's hilarious. They yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if what is it? November 1st. By the way, since we talking about Snap, appreciate you, Tech Coach Ralph. I do want to say they talking a little crazy right now. You know,
Oh,
they talking about, hey, if I don't get my money, I'm gonna go in and steal it. And I wish somebody will. I'm bringing my cousin, and I wish somebody will try and stop me when I'm coming out the door. I'm gonna tell you this now. I went shopping 2 days ago. We good. I wouldn't be nowhere near any kind of grocery store on November 1st. That's all I'm saying.
wow.
November 1st, you will not catch your boy in there. I don't want to be confused with him. I don't want to be in there shopping regular and then they in there causing commotion. I don't know. I'm just telling you what they put on TikTok. Okay.
Good morning,
Don't.
Reese.
All I'm saying is go before November 1st.
So I got to pause there because I was on TikTok and I did see something like that, but I didn't understand it. Is it because the government's like, hey, we're gonna cut back on resources? That's why people are.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, some of them not getting they food stamps or their SNAP benefits. So now I will say, I did see this white lady's video, and she said, "Hey, I know how to work the system." So with all y'all who laughing and all this stuff, she was like, "Look at my November payout," and that thing said pending 4,500 or something like that.
What?
So some people still getting to it, I will say, but it's a whole lot of people. Yeah, they hot right now, man. They hot. Like I said, if I were you, my good people, do not go to the store on November 1st.
Oh yeah. Makes sense.
Go a little early. Go a little early. Or after. I like I said, we went a couple days ago, got everything. We good. But yeah, since we brought it up, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but since we brought it up, I mean,
No, that's a civil service right there, y'all. So y'all heard it. Maybe not here first, maybe you have, but go shopping now. Right, October 31st. You better not be getting candy. You better be getting your groceries.
I didn't think about that, Ted Coach Rob. I didn't think about that. But sometimes I do have to, hit up my local Kroger or Aldi because I need something out of there too. So yes, it's still, I don't even need to be riding by.
It probably be November 2nd, that Sunday, because a lot of people shop on that Sunday.
Oh, really?
Ooh, yeah. You probably want to avoid any
I
sort of.
don't know. I don't know.
Shop early. She's
Look,
right.
I wouldn't be in there November 1st or 2nd. How about that?
It's a whole weekend.
No.
You know what? Let me talk to the missus and get some stuff.
I don't know, man. Look, because I don't need you confusing me with it. Like, oh, you doing the no, I am a civilian that's just trying to get my little whatever. I don't want to be confused with any kind of commotion. No rumble jumbo, none of that. Like, I don't have nothing against somebody using them, but when, like I said, I saw some videos. He was like, and I'm bringing my cousin with me, and I'm gonna go through this self checkout, and I'm gonna put my card in, and when it don't go through, I'm leaving out the door. And I wish somebody would try and stop me. I'm like, oh no,
Is
she
there
ain't
a
the
real?
only, she ain't the only one thinking like that, and you ain't gonna catch me in the building. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I remember going on Sundays and it just be like I'm like, I guess people are hungry. But it'd be like a lot, it'd be lines. I was like, I'm not shopping on Sunday again. And then somebody at the store told me, yeah, that's when they, in regards to closing. But on the real, like I still feel like I feel bad because I know that a lot of people really depend on that, depending on
Yeah,
their situation, and it's
yeah,
not their
yeah.
fault. They're building a ballroom, but they can't work together on getting the government to flow.
Hey, it's it's one of those things. It could be, you know how I am a little bit. It could be also a little wake up call, right? Because you used the word, you said a lot of people are depending on it. And it's
Mhm.
nothing like I don't have a problem.
Mm.
I don't have a problem with you using it.
Yeah.
But if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be supplemental or it's supposed to be like a temporary thing. And we have a lot of people who like, yo, I'm living off of it. And that's a
Yeah.
big difference between, what is there for and how some certain people are using it. So, if you're wholeheartedly dependent on it and you've seen like, oh, this is possible or this could happen. By the way, we know in a few weeks now,
Hmm. Yeah.
maybe rethinking like some situation. You know what? Let me start doing some hair on the side.
Mhm.
Let me learn a new skill, go through course careers or do something, learn a new skill, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 I'm laughing
To
at
try and
myself.
get that right. Yeah, bro.
He said.
Audi,
He said,
Audi,
"Aldi."
I hate that, man. I hate that. Because you forget, well, I think my wife got some bags now, but you forget that you gotta have the bags.
Mm.
You put the quarter in there, but you get your quarter back after you get the basket. You get the basket 1/4, and then they give it back to you when you put it back in there. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's Aldi for you for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. People did have 1.5 month to prepare.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So you see something like that, right? You see it like, oh, okay, so they can just take this at the drop of a dime, or things can change at the drop of a hat when I'm dependent wholeheartedly and fully on the government or anything in general. Like even
Mm.
if it's just your regular job, you're seeing Target laying off 1,800 tomorrow. They
Mm.
can't even come in the office, right? They got
Mm.
to stay at home. You find out you laid off, you never coming back. Like
Man.
you can when you wholeheartedly dependent on someone else for everything, it's just not the best thing to do. And so hopefully some people are looking at this like, you know what, I'm about to do some different things. I'm about to really try and change my situation so that this
Yeah.
never happens to me and my family again.
And
Um,
diversify. Yeah. The way. I mean, I'm not saying have 1,000,001 income streams, but at least get two or three. Especially in these day and age, you need something else.
yeah,
But I hear what you're saying even more. Like, get that one thing first, for people in that situation, and really try to not put yourself that dependent, which leads to another conversation. I don't think we had this one yet, but in regards to the universal healthcare situation that they're talking
mm,
about, where there's
you talking
going
about
to
in New York?
that's good. That's supposed to be a plan first
Oh
in
yeah,
America.
by the elites.
Yeah, where it's like, and I'm not trying to go to, but there's going to be a divide where there's going to be a whole group of people that are going to be renting. Everything's going to be provided from the government, and they'll be like, "All right, I like this,"
Not a
and
good
then
idea. I can
the
tell
other
you
group.
this. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
that's about pretty much it. And the other group that's not, they're benefiting from
I'm gonna be in the group that's not, bruh.
it.
I can say I'm gonna do whatever in my power to be in the group that's not. Universal basic income, right? UBI
Mm,
don't sound like a good idea to me, man. It sounds like they can crack the whip on you at any time. When you
yeah,
have stuff like that, hey, you
let's
know what?
go.
We need to make more room in the hospitals. You got to get out. We got to get some more people in here. You know what? I know you was living here, but we supplying it. You got to move over here.
Yeah.
Too much, too much, too much, too much. I don't know, man. I want to be on the other side. If that's the case, if it end up doing that, I'm gonna be on the other side. I just don't. I don't. I know, and yeah, he's right. They've been talking about that concept for a very long time because it's a lot of control. Like when you have it set up like that, what they gonna say?
Yeah.
No, this is what we have. Like, it's people. I used to think that that healthcare in Canada was fire until you start talking to them. You start talking to some of these people that live in Canada that get the free healthcare, and you realize, oh, they waiting all day to get seen, 8 hours plus just to get in. It's like, do you really want that, or do you want to be able to go in, get it done, and get out with whatever you need? So I don't know, man. It's obviously people on both sides of that, and free to think however you want to think. I just I deal in realities, and I do I look at what is actually behind all that, and it's control. And so I don't know.
Yeah, and then Techo's route said with free housing, quote unquote, they get rid of landlords. Like, there's a lot of things, and we see already right now where these corporations are picking up houses and so on and so forth.
Big time.
That be part of the plan all along.
Yeah, yeah. They scooping them up. They scooping them up. And well, I think, I mean, I don't know, but are they trying to do that there in New York or no?
Everywhere. Yeah.
I'm talking about the UBI. The
UBI in New York. They're trying to do
it. I don't know. It's like a dude, right? Somebody who's trying to be the governor or something.
Yeah.
He's trying to do a lot or something like that. I don't know.
You're talking about, I know you're talking about the new mayor. He's a socialist.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't mention UBI. Okay. But socialist. Okay.
Yeah, he did mention that.
Okay. Cool. Appreciate that, Tech Coach Ralph. But he's talking about housing and healthcare. Mondani. Yeah. Yeah, Mondani. Yeah. I would have to look in a little more about what he's talking about. But, you know, obviously, when you're looking to help people out, that's a good thing. Andrew Yang is the UBI guy. Got you. I think I remember seeing him around a lot at one point in time too. But yeah, it can get if you go too far, it can get a little scary.
Yeah, and I'd probably dive into that because I know that they talked about. I'm looking up real quickly about the universal healthcare and how that was more something that was started in Germany in 1883 in regards to being like the first national social health insurance.
Yeah, look at what happened. Look at what happened to Europe, bro.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough right now. But yeah, this is gonna be like a total a total situation right now where everything is literally going to be provided for them for people, and they're just going to sit back and have to deal with it. And so it's so yeah, Techo Drop said it. Yeah, like it's just like that was since 1883, like and then Norway,
all the way left.
UK, and then Canada, as we know. That's just on the healthcare side. The whole concept of UBI is going to take over everything. So that's going to be very interesting to see.
No, you got to wear these glasses. You know, you need to wear these clothes. Everybody wearing the same clothes. You can't wear that. Why you got on that purple label Ralph Lauren? Give it up. Yeah. Give it up. That's me. You take this green shirt so we know who you are. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Sounds like a very large prison.
I don't know. You said it, not me. You said it, not very large
prison. But listen, y'all. We could definitely keep talking about this with the show. We're coming towards a close. I just want to give a shout out to those who have graced their presence in regards to the comment section, and want to give a first shout out to. Let me see. I missed one right here. Oh, let me go to this comment first before we do that. I remember the story from the UK where they wouldn't let this young boy leave to get experimental treatment in the U.S. because of universal health care. They let that little boy go alive.
That's a mean get out right there.
Yeah.
But that's a part of it. It's one of those things that they don't talk about there. They don't talk about that side of it. And so, and you just got to weigh the pros and the cons, you know. I don't know. I live in Texas, the Lone Star State, whatever that means.
Lone Star for a reason. Like, we'll be our own country if we want to.
Okay, but yeah, I don't know. If I start hearing certain talks, I need to reevaluate. I need to know. I need to see, because
Cancun on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cancun. No, but I know, seriously though. Somebody even told me that the other day. He actually came from the same country my parents were from. He's like, "You got your passport?" I'm like, yeah, I got his passport. He's like, "No, the other one." So, well, that's
just in case.
Yeah, we could definitely dive into that more next time. Remind us in the comment section. But thank you, Tech Coach Ralph, for commenting today, or Reese as well. Thank you both for commenting, gracing us with this. Trades and Future said it will be one for the ages. Man, I gotta look at it myself. But yeah, definitely. We'll see for sure. But I wanted to say thank you to y'all for rocking with us again on this episode of Talk That Tech, and we appreciate you. Again, this is Talk That Tech, the
#1 tech morning show in the world. We'll see y'all next week, baby.
Yes, peace and elbow grease. Thank you.